going to go over gentle but powerful Indian club swinging workouts for seniors. This is a way to get strong, to get a lot of your mobility back, to improve the health of your joints, especially your shoulders, your elbows, to strengthen your forearm, to strengthen your grip. We keep hearing over and over that grip strength is a predictor of good health as we get older. This is going to really improve your grip strength. You're going to hold an Indian club in each hand. And if you haven't seen Indian clubs before, I put a link in the description below. You can go and check them out, see what the dimensions are. But it's basically just a levered weight. That means one side's heavy on a long stick, the other side's lighter. Your pinky cuts the middle of the ball there. And again, you're gonna hold one in each hand. The first move is a warm-up move. You put your heels together, suck your stomach up and in, allow the weight of the Indian swinging club to pull your arms back to improve the strength and the stretch in your shoulders, especially here. Just hold on to it with a nice firm grip, but not squeezing too tightly. You just want to hold on to it so it doesn't come flying out of your hand and smash something. That's why I like to work out here in the garage. From here, you're going to start to split your grip. And as you do that, you're going to bring this Indian swinging club through the center line of your body, bring it back. This is a workout for seniors or beginners, anybody who's interested in a gentle but powerful workout to improve strength, speed, mobility, dexterity, coordination, all the things you need, especially as you get older. For seniors or anybody who's really looking for an alternative to just spending hours sitting in the gym on machines. I know that can be maddening, for me anyway. I don't always like to go to the gym. I'd rather work out in the garage, get it over with. And this feels fantastic on my shoulders. You'll see what I mean when you get started. And the whole time you're doing this, you're breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth, stomach up and in, abs tight. Keep your chin tucked just a little bit. This is going to improve your posture while you're strengthening your grip, which we know, as I said before, is one of the leading indicators for getting strong as you get older and staying vital, staying healthy as you age. Again, you're holding right there in the middle. Now that we warmed to the shoulders, we're going to go to the smaller wrists and warm those up. And what we're doing is we're letting it drop down and bring it back. David's here. Jeremiah is here. Good to see you guys. You're just going forward in this super simple, gentle but powerful spinning motion to improve the flexibility in your wrist. I want to show you your hand stays closed. Don't do that, especially with the weight. This is a 2-pound pair. That means each pair or each one is 2 pounds. Always start super light. If you're a beginner or you're senior, you haven't done things for a while, go with 1 pound or even start with a stick and work your way up. Got more people joining the chat. Good to see you. Hello. You're just going forward. Keep it to the outside of your body. Now you're going to go back to this motion here. Get your heels together, stomach up and in, abs tight. And as you go down, you're going to let it drop and bring it around. Lesego Metholo is here. Jay's here. Edward's here. Or Edward, good to see you. You're going to do that rotation forward, that orbital spin as you drop it. And then you're going to spin it back as you come up. So you're spinning down and spinning back. This just adds a nice dynamic move to this basic swing. You can see that by pulling it up this way, that's pulling your shoulders back. That's why this is so good for your posture and good for that shoulder health. But by adding the spin, involving the wrist, you're starting to improve the strength in your grip. Your forearms are getting stronger as you go through this simple Indian swinging club workout for seniors or beginners. Do that for a little bit longer. I like you to do each one of these warm-ups for about 30 seconds up to 2 minutes, depending on how long you've been doing it. You'll start to feel a burn in your shoulder after a while. It's a good, healthy burn. That just means you're exercising, you're getting more vital, improving your flexibility, improving your strength. the synovial fluid into the joint, plasma into the muscle. And then you're gonna stop there. Now, another thing that I'm gonna have you do right at the beginning of the workout, you see, got Dr. Desada's here, Akila, Jay, good to see you. Edward, yes, you are strange, but that's okay. You can be strange and still do it. You don't have to be strange, Edward, but if you are, that's okay. Thanks for telling us that. I don't know why you shared that. You're bringing it up. As you bring it up, you're gonna add a little squat, and your heels are inward, but they're not touching this time. You're pointing the feet out, kind of like a duck, and you're just adding this little squatting motion, especially as you get older. You gotta keep the legs strong. Pushing your hips back, you're gonna really engage your glutes. And for men, especially as men get older, their glutes start to get inactive. That causes a lot of posture problems, a lot of hip problems, a lot of pain. So by adding this little motion here, not only you're getting your heart rate up, you're gonna lean out faster, but it's still a nice, gentle, but powerful move. If you have strong legs and you need to defend yourself, your legs will get you out of the way, or the legs will assist in a defensive strike. All punching power comes from the legs, from the feet touching the floor. All right, now we're gonna go into motions that you use, starting with the mill on this Indian Swinging Club. First thing you're gonna do, put your heels back together, turn your toes out like a duck, stomach up in and abs tight, making sure you're holding it with your pinky finger, cutting through the center of that ball. And if you need a pair of these Indian Swinging Clubs, check the link below. You can see what the dimensions are. They're cheap, they're really inexpensive, way less expensive than a gym membership. Your thumb comes here. Make sure the thumb's down, don't put it here ever, always put it here. And you're gonna bring it up and through the center of your body, and then let it swing. With the weight of it, pull your arm up and out. You can see that your palm is facing backward behind you. Your palm is still facing the same way, but now it's facing your face. You bring it out, bring it up, and make sure this is to the side, almost like you're hitching a ride with your thumb. Don't point it to the sky, get it sideways. Pull it out, pull it up. Once you've done that for about 30 seconds, add this motion, opening your chest. You open the chest just by pulling the elbow out, and then you're gonna cast it. Cast it like you're casting a fishing pole or throwing a knife into somebody's face for self-defense. So you're gonna bring it here, open, if you had to. Bring it in, elbow out, stomach up and in, abs tight, your heels together. Breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Pull it in, open, cast. And when you cast here, let the weight pull your arm back through. So similar to a kettlebell, where you're not trying to muscle and control it, you're allowing your body to follow it through. You can get stronger, faster. And you can go slower here, and you can do the cast higher. You can do the cast in the middle. Cast is where you let it go out. You can do the cast low. You can play around with that. You're gonna do this for about 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And then you're gonna start on this other side. So you just bring it in. Nice thing about the Indian Swinging Clubs, gentle but powerful exercise for seniors and beginners is that it improves your flexibility while it improves your strength. Keep your heels together, stomach up and in, abs tight. This motion here is very important that it comes all the way out, and I've never hit myself in the back of the head. So if that occurred to you, you're gonna whack yourself in the back of the head. Not unless you try. As long as you get your elbow out, the club clears the head. Pull that stomach up and in, tuck the chin, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, once you've done each one, you're gonna go in the reverse. And to do the reverse, you start by pulling it outside, palm still facing back, then let the elbow bend and the wrist go back. Cut your arm through the middle, almost like you're shielding your body. and then drop it. Indian clubs, that's a fighting weapon. That's one of the original fighting weapons. When they used to fight with sticks and stones, right? And they say sticks and stones will break your bones. They will. But words can't hurt me. I don't care what silly little words you come up with. They're not going to hurt unless you choose to let them hurt. Get over yourself. That's how people start losing their mind over what people say. And people speaking the truth get hurt because other people are so fragile. Don't allow yourself to be fragile. Toughen up, Buttercup. But this is a fighting weapon. Originally, that's what the Indian club, not just originally, that's what it still is. That's still a fighting weapon for self-defense. Pull it out, drop it back, and bring it through. So when you come through as a shield with your fighting weapon, imagine he's coming at you, you smash that out of the way as you allow it to drop. And then again, come through the center line of the body, let the weight of the club bring your arm back out. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That means don't try to muscle it, don't try to speed through. Allow yourself to get good at each individual motion. This is 3 things you're doing here. You pull it out, you bend the elbow, and you pull it through. It just drops on its own. After you do that 30 seconds, kick it over to the other hand, turn, pull through, goes back through. This is just a reverse mill going out to in, mill being M-I-L-L. Think. These are also known as the Persian meal, M-I-E-H-L. And who was the wrestler that used to come out? Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik would come out with his Indian swinging clubs and he'd teach you how to get strong, gentle but powerful, for seniors and beginners using his Indian clubs. But they've been around for thousands of years. Literally, it's a weighted stick, right? It could be a war hammer. I know some of you guys purists will say, that's not a war hammer. But you can think of it that way. That's how I think of it. You're going to bring in both hands at the same time this time, but you're going to bring them through here, elbows out, cast. And as you do it this way, notice the first time you have the right hand in front. Next time you have the left hand in front. Doesn't matter which hand you start with, just alternate. Think about form, stomach up and in, abs tight. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Tuck your chin a little bit. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You'll never get it if you quit, so get your ego out of the way. Learn how to do it. This will improve your strength, flexibility, coordination. So really improve your posture, upper body strength, your core muscles, your belly and your back, your butt, your buttocks. All that gets better through your legs. Your calf muscles, the heart, second heart of the body, pumps all the blood through the legs. Once you've done that, you reverse it, you're bringing it in. Same time. Again, watch this. One hand in front of the other, and then the other hand in front of the other. Yeah, Mark says this is the best way to keep your personal space. Start swinging these things all through the air, right? You can start to use them the same way you would collie sticks, and for self-defense, you could really clear the air. Social distancing, that's more than 6 feet right there. When I think my arms are about 6 feet. I put these clubs in there. They're about, I think, 18 inches long. Bring it out, bring it in, same time. Stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck the chin, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Heels together, toes out like a duck. If you repeat those as a mantra, those words, it'll remind you how to do it correctly. You'll improve faster. I'm all about improving as fast as we can. Mark, these are 2 pounds each. I highly recommend, so I put a link in the description. If you need a pair, start with 1 pound, or start like I did with a broomstick cut in half, and then tape a water bottle, one of those little kid water bottles, on the end with sand in it, and make your own. And then once you've invested your time, then invest your money. Once you know you're gonna do it and you like it, because you might not like it. You might say, I'm not swinging sticks in the garage, I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna sit on the machine with 2 of my buddies, and we're just gonna stare at social media for 20 minutes while the big angry dude with the black shirt, that's me, And I'm just looking at you. And I finally come up and I say, excuse me, ladies, can I get in? And then they all look at me. And they say, yeah, sure, man. And then the little boys walk over to another machine and they all sit down and stare at their equipment. True story. It happens every once in a while. When I go to the gym, sometimes you get these young kids just sitting, and it's the boys. The girls seem to work out, but it's the boys who are always just staring at their stinking phones. Get off the phone and break a sweat, Buttercup. Or you want a gentle but powerful workout, get yourself a set of Indian clubs. Go sweat in the garage. Get something done. I digress. Now, you're going to start with one, and you're going to chase it with the other one. So you're going to bring one through, and follow it with the other one. Get a little rhythm going. Get super fancy. Get a feel for it. Get your stomach up and in, your abs tight, breathe through the nose. If you do this for 2 minutes, you're going to break a sweat. You're going to get your heart rate up. You're going to breathe faster, more deeply. You're going to oxygenate the blood. It's going to relax the mind. You're going to get smarter. You're going to get healthier. Your grip strength will improve. All from swinging Indian swing clubs. You'll see, I did these when I was in the Marine Corps. I did these while I was in the Army. It's funny how many times you run into old school infantry guys who are just mean and what do you call that? Chew up nail or chew steel and spit nails, or something like that. These old mean dudes who don't go to the gym, but they're stronger and faster than anybody else because they do calisthenics. They do push-ups and pull-ups, and they run like rabbits, like jackrabbits, and they're super lean. And then all of a sudden they show up, and then they're out there and they start this warm-up with their arm circles, and then before you know it, they're passing out the Indian swinging club. I'm like, yes, that's some old school Gurkha style training. You know who the Gurkha are. You know, those are the real, those are the dudes. Those are the guys who can fight. I think that's how probably it started with the British military being in India. Now it's like Pakistan, Bangladesh, India. And they were working with the Nepalese, and they were working with the Tibetans, and they were working with the old school monks and the soldiers and the Sherpas, and they were all working out with these. They were working out with the Indian swinging clubs. They didn't have fancy Cybex. I don't even know if Cybex is still around. They didn't have all those fancy Nautilus machines. That's an old school one. They didn't have all the benches and the what do they call it, Smith machine and cable crossovers and leg extension. This is the most they had. They had these and maybe some kettlebells. I think we had some kettlebells at some time. All right, after you alternate one after the next, then you're going to reverse it. Oh, that doesn't look as fancy as the other one did. There we go. You just got to slow it down, get a rhythm for it, get a feel for it. All right, let me give you an upgrade. We're going to start back with this motion where we were warming up. Pull it down, pull it back, pull it down, pull it back. Remember, we started here. It's our very first thing we did. And then I had you split the grip. And then I had you twist it. I showed you twisting forward. I forgot to tell you to twist it back. Also twist it back. And then I had you go back to this one. And I said, add that twist in. And then I had you do it with a squat. So we're going back to that one. Now we're going to split the grip. That just means face to the side. Like that. One foot in front of the other. Doesn't matter which one. You're going to start here. You're going to drop it and let the weight swing your body around. And then swing your body around. Just do this first. Turning 180 degrees. And it could be on the ball of your feet, on the heel of your feet, or on the bottom of your feet. Doesn't really matter. Hey, thanks, Tom. Tom says you're a natural. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Yeah, the Royal Gurkha Rifles. I can't even say it. Royal Gurkha Rifles. Tough, as nails. Old school, like the original, you know, the U.S. Army would be like the Army Rangers, like mountain warfare. They can fight in the mountains, they can fight in the swamps, they can fight in the desert. And this is their workout. And they, I don't know if you've ever seen it, you gotta look it up. Look at the Royal Gurkha Rifles and how they do selection, how those dudes and how those guys come from nothing. And hundreds of them try out, and they only take a couple every year. And they're proud to join the rifles, the Gurkha Rifles, and the training to go through. Those dudes are tough. And I've known a lot of tough dudes. Those are some really tough dudes. All right, one foot's in front of the other. You're going here, you swing. Then you get fancy and you add the spin down and then spin up. So you spin down, spin up, turn. This is getting the whole body into the workout as long as you keep your stomach pulled up and in, abs tight. Means suck your gut in, let it drop, and go slow at first. Make sure you get a full turn and you don't whack yourself in the face because you're looking at the camera. If you weren't here, I would be watching where I'm going instead of making sure that I'm still in the camera angle. So that's how I'd like you to do it at home. That's just a few of the things that you can do with a simple but powerful workout routine. Yeah, that's a little bit less casual, but here's the thing. The question is that a casual exercise? This, hey, stay unknown, good to see it. No one knows who you are. This whole workout is simple, easy, gentle. It's great on the shoulders, it's great on the joints. It's not so super hard. Wong Jeff X asks, would these help with the Eskrima Arnis Kali? And the answer is, you are gonna hit so much faster and so much harder if you add this to your Kali workout, to your Eskrima Arnis, Salat, what do the purists call it? People from the Majapahit diaspora in Indonesia and the Filipino martial arts, FMA, that's what I was looking for. So yeah, you want to be able to do your Sinawali faster, right? You'll work up to that with these. If you want to do Hubad Lubad, I don't have anybody do Hubad Lubad or Hubad Lubad, I've heard some people call it. If you want to do your partner drills with somebody, or if you grapple in Jitsu, if you're a Jitsu boy or girl, you're the BJJ, you got the cauliflower ear, you got the bad knee, you all go together. And you want to snatch somebody up, or you do judo like my first martial art, and you're wearing the gi, and you want to be able to snap somebody's hand off of you, or you want to hold them so they can't armbar you, and you want to hold on to the uniform and have the most powerful grip. This is the key right here. This will improve your grip strength. If you're a striking martial arts, you're a boxer, or karate, Muay Thai, Taekwondo, Tang Soo-do, Hapkido. Hapkido does some grappling too. And you want to be able to block, kickboxing, strike, elbow, palm strike, snatch somebody up with your bare hands. All that's going to be improved with these. Now, if you just want a nice, simple but powerful workout, because you're getting old like me, and you don't want to feel old all the time, and you don't want your shoulders to hurt as much, do this. Your shoulders won't hurt as much, in my experience. Your elbows won't hurt as much, in my experience. Your grip will stay strong, which is a marker for great health as you get older. You'll stay a little bit leaner. Your posture will improve, because you might be doing this all day, and then your neck's hurting when you're driving and you're sitting all day, and all of a sudden you throw these in, you get up on your feet, stomach up and in, abs tight, heels together, toes pointing out like a duck, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth, tuck your chin. It's going to engage all those core muscles, which improve your posture, get your head back, so you don't have the neck pain and the bad headaches from staring at your phone all day long. You can do all that with this powerful yet gentle Indian Swinging Club workout for seniors and beginners, and for anybody. It's not just for seniors. I started doing this when I was a kid. I've never stopped. There have been some times in my life where I can't tell you how many times they've told me, you have a torn rotator cuff. And I've had MRIs. You have a torn rotator cuff. One day we're gonna have to go in and fix that. And then I started doing these a lot, and I've never had shoulder pain since. And I do a lot with my shoulders. And you got to get your hands up over your head, even if it shows your belly, as a senior. You don't let your belly sticking out. Stop eating all of the carbs. Anyway, that's a whole different video. Get a pair of these. There's a lot you can do. If you're a Filipino martial art practitioner, instructor, whatever, you want a faster strike, you want a harder strike, you want a better block. If you're any style of self-defense person, whether it's self-defense or martial arts, boxing, these are gonna improve all of that. It's why the Royal Gurkha Rifles, and it's why the United States Marine Corps when I was in, and the United States Army when I was in, and I know they all still do it. That's why so many military people still train with this, and they don't just stay in the gym doing bench presses. Bench presses only get you so far. You can't fight. It's like that meme on the internet that used to circulate years ago, where it had two pictures of a bodybuilder, two bodybuilders. They're tatted up and they're all looking mean and their shirts off. And it says, people who are, I think the caption said, the people that don't know how to fight are afraid of. Something like that. People who don't understand. They see a big dude and they're like, oh, that dude's, man, he's mean. He could beat me up. People who know how to fight look at the big dude and think, that dude's slow. He's got too much muscle. He didn't know how to fight. That's why he got his muscles so big, so he could intimidate other people. Then the picture in the theme, the meme, had two Mexican boxers, skinny, probably 130, 40 pounds, just kind looking, you know. They don't look kind, they look like they can fight. But they're two boxers. And it said, people who are trained are afraid of these guys because they understand he might weigh 140 pounds, but he can knock me out. He's gonna knock that big bodybuilder out because that big bodybuilder has looking muscles. It's like in the house on the bed with, you know, where my wife, she puts together, makes everything look pretty because that's what the women do in the house. That's what it's supposed to do, men. And then we work all day, we come home, then, you know, you got them looking pillows. And the bed's got too many pillows on it to sleep on. And after a couple of times, you're like, what are all these pillows? You kick them off because those are the looking pillows, the fancy pillow. You put them over on the side and then you sleep with one pillow, right? Muscles are the same way. You can have the dudes with the looking muscles and they look good with their shirt off and they go to the beach and they show off to everybody. Or you can have the muscles that knock somebody out. And these will build the muscles that knock somebody out because it's your core, it's your posture, it's putting your feet together with the top of your head. It's improving your proprioception and your understanding, your timing, distance, spatial awareness. All that stuff comes together when you start swinging these things so that when you do have to fight for self-defense, even as we get older, we live in interesting times, we live in crazy times. You know, you prepare or panic, prepare or perish. This could be your preparation for longevity. You might not ever have a physical altercation or ever need to use your body to help to save your life, but you might. And either way, you know, this is self-defense against someone coming at you with a punch or a knife or trying to grab you or stab you, choke you. You'll be able to hit them harder. You'll be able to knock them out with that one punch because your whole body moves together and you hit them with your body like the boxer does, like that 140-pound boxer, where that big 240-pound muscle-bound gym bro only punches with his arm. The little Mexican dude knocks him out. Or a Filipino, right? Bam, right in the chin. Or the Irishman, or the whatever. You know what I'm saying? A guy who knows how to fight, knows how to put it all together. And you get that with this. But you go to the gym, that's all you do. You get big muscles. You never learn how to fight. You never train. You're not going to knock anybody out. You want to knock somebody out? Get a pair of these. Or if you just want self-defense against bad grip strength, one of the indicators of bad health as you get older. You want self-defense against obesity, self-defense against lack of mobility or loss of mobility, so you can't walk anymore. You shuffle everywhere you go. Get a pair of these. This is self-defense against that. But you guys have been awesome. Thanks for being here. Sorry I didn't get to see. Swinging the mace has different benefits than the club, but similar. Has a lot of the same benefits, but it's a completely different workout. Mace swinging, kettlebells, battle ropes, got them all over here. But the maces I use, I never bought one. I've always just used sledgehammers. They're over there. I've got an 8-pounder, a 10-pounder, and a 15-pounder. And then I have a hand short one that's 10-pounder that I use when I want to go heavy on my kettlebells or my Indian swinging clubs. These are 2-pounders, John. John asked what weight are these? I put a link in the description, and if you've never done it, you've got to go light. I've got all the way up to 20 pounds. But I still, when I do the most of the swinging, I'll do them with 2 pounds. If you go too fast, you can really injure yourself because it's all small muscle groups. And you might be able to bench press 300 pounds. This is a true story, right? When I first got into it, I was well over 300 pounds still on the bench press. Because in the Marine Corps, that was really important to us. We did all that. But you're gonna injure yourself if you go too heavy. So always start with a stick, invest your time. If you like the exercise, you like the way it feels, then go for the 1 pounders. Or buy the 1 and the 2 at the same time. Do this, the 1 pounders for about 2 months. You'll be ready to do the 2 pounders. But you'll be tempted. You'll see that they're like 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and they go all the way up. You know, you can get 100 pounders. That's for a different type of exercise. That's for bringing it, usually 2 hands on it. It's more like the mace. So don't fall into that trap. There's Indian swinging, and then there's Indian club exercises that are a little bit different that you can do with the heavier ones, but don't go too heavy too soon is what I'm trying to say. Hey Syed, it's good to see you. Saif, yeah, you can go with the real weight, but it's different. It's a different workout. It's like martial arts. One is not better than the other. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just different. You got to remember that. Don't get stuck into the lies that uneducated martial arts or afraid. Like some instructors are afraid you're going to go. They teach Taekwondo. They're afraid you're going to go do Jiu-Jitsu. Or they teach Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They're afraid you're going to go join the Muay Thai gym. Don't listen to their stories, and then say, "Oh, hey, thanks, Wong, so much for that super chat. I really appreciate that." Don't fall into the trap of, "Well, I need to," or the FMA guys. You know, one style to beat all styles. That's the Wing Chun guys. Don't learn those other martial arts. No, like Bruce Lee said. Learn everything you can, take what works, and then discard the rest. But don't do it. But do it seriously. Like don't learn everything you can for like 2 weeks and then go say, I didn't like that one. Go do something else. Really get into something. Learn the basics. Get good at it because you always like things that you're good at most. Then go try something else. But you got to start. Yeah, keep swinging, folks. Wong says, cheers. Thanks so much again for that super chat, Wong. But get a pair of these or make your own. Start with sticks like I did and learn the motions. See how it benefits your body. And if you are serious about self-defense or martial arts, it'll improve everything. If you don't do that and you just want a great, fun, simple, I don't have to spend all my money and time in the gym workout, powerful yet gentle on the body, go for the Indian swinging clubs. I put a link